Welcome back, sleepyheads. GG to my Furry Protogen 2. Let me actually move the mic a little bit. You'll be hearing a lot of squeaking. Okay, there we go. But yeah, this time we are going in as still busy. You know, we gotta keep the lore consistent. I don't want to be messing it up. Are we recording? Yes, we are. So for my Furry Protogen 2, I am planning on, or I might actually be playing the other games. I'm not gonna say what games they are. But it's one of the games by the one who by the dev, by the studio who made this game. So yeah, outside the window in the mornings. Oh, I almost forgot. Subscribe, everyone. Subscribe. Don't want to watch the vid? Just hit the subscribe, leave it be, and we're done. Yeah, the morning sun shone warmly. Its gently rays just rising above the horizon. It slowly climbed above the treetops, casting beams through the clean windows into the kitchen table. I blinked, surprised that I had been staring at the sun for so long without tiring my eyes. But that didn't matter because my chest was filled with feelings so familiar and dear to me, a comforting sense of peace. The aroma of freshly cooked bread drifted from the stove, accompanied by the quiet sounds of boiling water. Stop yawning, you'll miss breakfast. I turned to Mom with a smile on my face, feeling unexpectedly happy to see her at that moment. My heart stopped a little as if why we were reuniting after a long separation, yet I didn't understand why. I wasn't going anywhere. I was here next to her, next to Dad, just as usual. Mom smiled at me with her usual warmth, sitting down next to me at the table, carefully placing the plate in front of me. You might be wondering, sleepy, why are you reading so fast? Because I 100% know, you 100% know, Mommy and Daddy are dead. They gone. They gone. The planet blew up, man. There's no effing way they got some kind of Reed Richards, the map maker kind of mother effer, you know, from the Marvel universe, creating planets and shit. Nah. Gone. Reduced to atoms. So this is clearly some kind of dream? An illusion? I don't know. Maybe he ate a mushroom again? What's on your mind, honey? I turned to the voice. My dad was sitting to my left across from Mom. I felt so happy to see them both that my chest tightened involuntarily. I didn't know the reason, but I was still enjoying these moments. I shook my head at Dad's question. Nothing, Dad. It's probably thinking about that girl he's going to marry. Isn't that right, honey? My face blushed slightly and I looked away. Mom and Dad looked at me as if they knew everything, as if they didn't need my answer. It's a normal thing, Brizzy, to get bricked up. It is what it is, you know. That's when you know that they're the one. Or maybe not. Stop thinking with your Johnson and think logically for a second. It happened to me when I met your mom. I couldn't think of anything else but her. Cap. Mom blushed and responded in a calm voice. Stop that and eat your breakfast. Huh, come on, honey. Nothing has changed since then. My father reached out and placed his palm on my mother's cheek, squeezed it gently. Ripped her face off, you know. I looked at them with a smile as we tried to absorb the scene to memorize every detail. This must be one hella traumatizing thing for Brizzy, man. I kinda get it, I kinda don't, because honestly, if the planet exploded, I wouldn't be here as well, and especially you, GGs. Those who are new, what's GGs? Guys and gals, pretty much, you know. This is what it is. We do have a Discord, but I am sorry if you are not of age, you know. Because I'm not sure how clean our server would be in the future, is what I'm saying. And I don't want it to get deleted if ever somebody decides to be a sick, psychopathic fuck. Because that would mean the whole thing would be compromised and everything. But I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay here to tell my parents more about Juno, to finally introduce them to her. Juno appeared in my thoughts suddenly as if someone had pulled a lever inside my head and activated a part of my memory. I wanted to tell my parents so many things about her, about how much I loved her, and about how happy we were together. Man, it is what it is, you know. You can't introduce him to ghosts. I don't believe in no ghosts. I don't know. Comment down below if you've watched or heard of Ghostbuster before. Oh, it's bugging out. Wait a minute. There we go. So I was like downloading something in the background. I don't know if you caught that. Or maybe you caught the flickering. I might have to just edit it out. Yeah, honey, it's very noticeable. The way you glow when you think about her makes it hard not to notice. And especially when you're hard down there as well, you know. Are you guys doing okay? I nodded, digging into my porridge with my spoon. Yeah, I'm thinking about proposing to her. Mom clapped her hands together. That's so wonderful. You're doing great, son. Don't be afraid of anything. Mom and I support you and will always be there for you. Well, not in the sense of what they're Someone's dog. It's not even midnight. It's just barely nighttime. It's like sunset. A little bit dark. A little bit sunny. You know. Someone's outside is once again taunting my dog. They really love taunting my dog, Sandra. There are times where I just want to say, what if I just open the gate and they get chased? The whole neighborhood. I know that's menacing. I know that's mean. I know that's devilish, you know? But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think I kind of did that before, but I don't know. But she doesn't bite, I'm telling you right now. She just likes to like chase around like a dog, like chasing a squirrel, but instead of a squirrel, it's a human. Welcome back, everybody. Sandra's been tame, and we are okay. That's a go signal right there. Are you? Is this good? Is this good? All right. No, it just hasn't come up yet, so I kind of skip a little bit. I want to work out perfectly. I hate for it to feel just like a passing thought. Mom pressed her lips together, looking at me with undisguised tenderness. That's so sweet. You're so grown up now, Brizzy. I wish your dad and I could have seen your engagement. She didn't finish, sighing heavily. I looked up, feeling that pinched sense of longing slowly growing in my chest. I didn't want to leave at all, so why did I feel I had to? Like I had no choice. Of course, mother. I'll be sure to... Someone's knocking, man. I frowned and looked at the front door. The anxiety in my chest grew stronger, knotted my stomach into a tight knot, and I felt like I didn't want to open the door at all. I didn't want to get up from the table. I didn't want to see who was there. Somewhere in the back of my subconscious, in the back of my mind. I'm just kidding. I scrambled to understand what was happening, but I persistently pushed it back into the darkness. My heart beat faster and my palms were sweaty with a sudden fear that settled in my body. Why couldn't everything stay the way it was a second ago? And the coziness, the warmth, the pinching love in my chest. Why did everything have to be this way? Mom and Dad looked at me like I've already left, like there was no turning back. Mom took her hand off my shoulder and I rose from my seat heading towards the door. The wooden door seemed to stare back at me. My heart thundered in my chest with each step, but I went forward, raised my head, and slowly opened the door. The sight that came before me instantly made my eyes water and my face pale. The place I had considered home all my life, my native village, is gone, reduced to atoms. I used the stones to destroy the stones. Everything was destroyed, all consumed by crimson fire, and the smell of rot, soot, and death hit my nose. Damn. Well, we're not reliving that. I'm not describing that description again, you know? Yeah, we get it. Lots of bodies in the streets. There wasn't a single living thing in my field of vision. Only death. Oh, ew. I don't like this. Somebody get me out of here. I don't like this color scheme right here. It's not bad for the game, it's just bad for my eyes, you know. Wanting to grab them and run away, but the dining room table was empty. There was no trace of the comfort of our little house. Everything was on the floor like a tornado. The windows broken, the table overturned. I could feel hot tears streaming down my face, panic squeezing my throat. No, not again. Not this again. I walked forward across the dirty floor towards the bedroom. Step by step, I approached the bedroom. My hand was on the doorknob, but I was terrified to open it. Are we recording? Check it out. We are. Praise Jesus. Because I remembered I knew what I was going to see and I didn't want to see it again. Helplessness, fear, grief, all of these feelings have actively corroded the love, comfort, and tenderness I felt just a few minutes ago. Brizzy? Yay! Is that gal? No! I couldn't turn to see her, to hide in her warm embrace, to find comfort or support. I froze at the door, clutching the doorknob with my hand. Mom was lying there, in that bed, alone, dying. Busy, don't do this! Don't go in there! Don't go in there! No! Don't go! Where is she? I squeezed my eyes shut, her voice echoed in my ears, and in that moment it was as if I was fell into darkness, floating through space, watching the explosion. The planet that had once been my home was completely obliterated in front of my eyes. Busy... This is either male or female voice, right? Yep. Busy, wake the fuck up, man. We gotta set it to burn. I'm chipping in! Yeah! I suddenly opened my eyes and found myself staring at the ceiling of the sleeping compartment. My body was tense and rigid, my chest heaving rapidly as I struggled to breathe. My heart was pounding so fast, just like me when I run for an hour. Hey, yeah, Sleepy be getting there. No, Sleepy about to be buff. Or I guess lean buff, you know. Breezy, are you awake? A mechanical, polite voice coming through the noise of my pulse in my ears made me finally come to my senses. It's fine, I'm awake. I couldn't say the words easily and my throat was sore and my voice sounded so husky that I wasn't even sure Pixie heard me. Your heart rate is off the charts, are you sure you're okay? Should I call Mrs.? Nah, don't need to. I'm him. I am him. I just had a bad dream and that's all. In that long months I'd spent on the ship, I'd gotten used to the fact Pixie was kind of an invisible spirit. Ah, yes, I forgot that the man's civilization was literally sticks and stones. Someone who was always around, who could see and hear me, talk to me, but who couldn't be touched, shook hands with, or felt. But I don't need to. Pixie had already become a good friend to me, even if I couldn't quite understand how it functioned. At least you're going to decide which pronouns to use when mentioning Pixie. Accepted any pronouns? Wow, what a nice AI. Look at that. But Juno said it's okay to call Pixie however I want, because it didn't have any gender preferences. Juno also tried to explain to me what an artificial intelligence was, but I never fully understood, so I thought of Pixie as a ghost who was always around us when we were on the ship. Among us. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. I lay back on the bed, feeling my heartbeat gradually return to normal. The dream didn't want to go away. I struggled to think of anything but the nightmare events burned into my mind. When I lived with him, I had only felt a longing for change when I sat with him at the breakfast table. That change was sudden, it was big, it was quite a sudden turn of events. I wanted change, but not that kind of change, you know what I'm saying? Comment down below, huh? I had been so dissatisfied with my life, I decided to, just do whatever and be a big dreamer, an active daydreamer. But now as I remember the past and see it in my dreams, I recall only peace and comfort. I am in awe of how ignorant I was about what would happen to me later. My home planet was now a wreck drifting through an endless space. Juno told me that later, after many unknown years, those spaces would form something new. They could become a part of a new planet that I would know nothing about. This world, which Juno called universe, was such a mysterious place and I still knew nothing about it. It gave me some hope, even though I realized that I would never have that planet my home again. My man, you gotta move on, man. You gotta move on. I'm sorry. This is such a sudden thing. But if it is fate, then let it be, I guess. Let it be. Memories of those I knew, those I loved, those I grew up with. Our language, our myths, lit, heavenly mother, all of it remained only in my head. That's kind of wild to think. What if you're the only one? Let's not think big here. Not the only human in the whole universe, but rather. Start small. You're a part of some kind of country before. I think that has happened, right? If some other country conquers your country, then all its culture changes and whatever. And you have a small part of it existing. Or maybe you're the only one who's left who knows about the culture and history of your country and it's just all gone. You're alone. It's over. If it wasn't for June, I probably would have already gone completely insane. Yup, that's true. She made many attempts to help me with my trauma, even getting real physical. Ah, hey! I sighed and stared at the ceiling again, beyond which was nothing but endless, unfathomable space. I did my best to brush those thoughts away and get out of bed. Pixie, where's my babe now? She's training right now. I told her you were awake, so she's already waiting for you. Thank you. I headed towards the shower stall and took a quick shower before changing and heading to the gym. My body was still a little tired from waking up as I hadn't slept at all, but I couldn't afford a few more minutes of procrastination. I had to work to reach my best form. The only motivation that kept me from fading was my thirst for revenge. I was willing to do anything to search and find the bastard who had destroyed my planet and reduced it to nothing but cosmic dust. To finally get my revenge. And for that it required teamwork. When I walked to the gym, damn was already there waiting for me. She looked hot from her workout. Good morning, Breezy. Ready for a workout? I tiredly managed to smile. Yeah, as you can see. Have you had breakfast? It's not wise to exercise on an empty stomach. It's even worse to train on a full stomach. I always feel like I'm going to throw up. Are you sure? You can divide your breakfast into 2 parts so that... Don't worry, I'm fine, ma'am. Let's just get started, okay? Oh, come on. Don't do this. Brizzy, what is wrong with you, man? Brizzy not doing the Riz work right now. He's doing an L Riz, negative Riz right now, man. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to commit the first rule of getting married right here. Or post marriage. From one happy life, happy wife, pretty much. I said it calmly, but I still felt bad, as if I insulted her. You pretty much did, my man. She's the perfecto waifu, so I don't know what we do. The concern in Juno's voice made me shiver a little every time. Sure, it was nice that she was thinking about my condition, but it was irrelevant right now. I was alive and well, not in any danger, so why did she care about me when there were more important things to worry about? It just made me uncomfortable. I'd been the one who'd been constantly taken care of for so much time and made me feel weak and helpless, and I didn't like it at all. I felt I had to do everything in my power to achieve my goal at any cost. To do this, I need to get strong, to train constantly to do something. Every minute of procrastination of rest made me feel anxious, as if I were just wasting time. Juno reapproached me about it now and then, but we never talked about it. Okay, let's warm up, okay, if you know what I'm talking about. You learned the technique I showed you last time, so today we can repeat it and then start with something new. What do you say? Sure, let's get started. Juno smiled and heard to comply with my request. The warm-up was mostly silent. I was trying to get it over with as quickly as possible, so we get to the most important part. My combat training in bed. Hey, dab me up, baby. Dab me up, guys and gals. Yep, I'm just kidding, everyone. Go comment down below if you want to dab me up. No problem about that. It was all I could think about since I'd been on Juno's ship and recovered from the virus. Even though the infection stopped, thanks to my wifey over here, I still felt weak and helpless for a long time after the illness. It took me a while to finally recover and get my body back to the strength it needed. Juno watched me over me, checking on me almost every day. Ah, that's nice, my man. I was tired of feeling helpless, unable to protect not only my loved ones and my people, but also myself. So I almost immediately asked Juno to teach me everything she knew. First, we start with I usually do that to warm up my routine. You know, when you hear me do that, it's just to reset my mouth a little bit. It's like when you're writing a long time, you shake your hands a little bit. Move your wrists round in circular motion or counterclockwise motion, just to, you know, remove the numbness. First we started with some theory and then we move on to practice. Even now she still wasn't using her full power. If your waifu can put you through a damn wall or multiple buildings, nah, get her out of here. I'm just kidding, everyone. And despite my efforts to provoke her, she would always hold back. W game. W character. I like it. But of course, compared to 6 months ago, I had made some significant progress. Although I couldn't beat Juno yet, and I was exactly equal to her in strength, she wasn't winning as fast as before. It was inspiring and frustrating at the same time. I wanted to be a warrior right away. It's already a warrior in the bed, man. It's already taking the W here. The dub. How long had Damien worked with me on my fighting skills? Funny enough, we have a Damon as well in a different game. I wanna hug the alligator. But that Damon is alive and breathing, and he's a dinosaur, so yeah. As soon as that thought formed my mind, I felt a rush of burning anger at myself and my body at what had happened. Oh, why is she getting big? Huh? She got my Fluffy? Cuter and fluff. Cuter, more fluff. She got cuter and she got fluffier. That's what I'm talking about. You're almost there, Brizzy. Just a little more and you can beat me. Juno, not even out of breath, stood over me with her arms folded around her waist and a smile on her helmet, and we were about to do a little bit of dancing. Compared to her, I look like I just ran a marathon. I replied grumpily. I've been almost there for half a year. Juno held out her hand to help me get up, but through my frustration, I ignored her and got to my feet myself. Comment down below, do you think I can finish a sentence like faster? What I'm like, the way I'm throttling right now, maybe I could do it faster. I feel like I can. Let me try it here. No, seriously, you're doing much better already. You're making significant progress. Your body looks much more toned down. Damn, I'm fast. Yeah, and you still beat me like you're fighting an amateur. Juno laughed, which only made me angry. Brizzy, waifu here is genetically engineered to be the best. She got them abs. She got them toned muscles. She got them fur. She's fluffy. She's cute. And she's smart. My god, how do you compete? Ladies, how do you compete? Tough competition, you know? Well, you shouldn't compare us in terms of strength. I was genetically engineered to be incredibly strong. Sorry, I was damn, my mind is in the gutter right now, swimming in it. The fact that you can stand your ground in a fight with me for longer than a minute is already a remarkable achievement. Your words are not helpful at all. In fact, they have... No, don't say that. Oh my god, you made her sad all over again. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to offend you. No, nothing. Brizzy, man, what are we doing here? Why are you fumbling? We got the bag already. Why are we trying to get the bag out? You know, we're fumbling it. We're fumbling the damn thing. We're L-macking, you know? It's nothing, forget about it. I'm just worried that I'm not making enough progress. Thank you for helping me. I wouldn't have gotten this far without you. A smile appeared on Juno's helmet. It's okay, Breezy. You know I'll always be happy to help you. You shouldn't worry about your progress. You're doing really good. Come on, I'll have Pixie heat up some food for you. I finally brushed off the unpleasant irritation forming somewhere in my stomach and followed Juno out of the training room. By the way, how long have you been up? I fell asleep and woke up without you. Sorry for the dog noises, because that's not Sandra right there. For some of you that's been OG fans, you've heard of Sandra bark, maybe you haven't. But that's my neighbor's dog. Let me see if the mic's picking it up. Yep, definitely. Sorry for that. Let me just spend a lot of time messing with coordinates for the autopilot, and oh my lord, sweet Jesus Christ, Mary, forgive me. Whoever, I know who owns that dog, so I can't really say much. God damn. And I also have some good news. What if? Oh, it stopped. Oh my god, do they hear me? No effing way. It's like a couple of houses away. No effing way my voice is that loud. No mother effing way. And I also have some good news. I'll tell you everything over breakfast. Juno smiled again and I did my best to return the smile. If you already got a wife and she had 10 out of 10, my man, you better not fumble it. You fumble it, it's over. It is what it is. It's on you. It's on you. God gave you the opportunity and you said, nah, I'll say no to it. When we got into the kitchen, I sat down at the table and Juno put the container with warm food. Ooh, yummy, yummy in my tummy. In the nearly 2 years I'd been on the ship, I had enough time to adapt to what Juno cooked on this ship. At first, my body had rejected her cooking, but now I ate it all without much trouble. While I ate breakfast, Juno sat across from me, running her fingers over the clipboard in her hand. So what's the news? I've made significant progress with tracking down the next planet. I think we can get there within the next few days. We just need to make some preparations. So I'm like trying to roll my R's. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I don't. I gotta practice it. Usually it's a muscle, everyone. So some of you might have already trained it, some of you not. I haven't. I was born with like... I can't roll R's that well. So I just need to keep on practicing. I'm kind of getting there. I'm like beginner in it. Beginner level. And the most important thing is that the anomaly is in its early stages. I found... Wait, what? You found it? We don't have time for preparation. We have to throw these hands. I know, Brizzy, but we really need to make a stop. I've contacted my little sister. Ooh, she's on planet UQ222XJ right now. That's not far from us. And she has agreed to help with some equipment. After that, we'll head straight to the next planet. Wait, I have a sister-in-law? You never mentioned that. I thought you didn't have anyone at all. A smile appeared on Juno's helmet. Yeah, but how should I say it? We are not actual sisters. We are both created artificially, but we have the same creator and we were born in the same batch together with some other siblings. Xenomorph. Xena was the closest person to me. Our relationship could really be described as that of two sisters. She's extremely competent in anything technical or engineer related. She is 100% so go-to person for such matters. You're sure to like her once you get to know her. Alright, I'll be the judge of that. I'll be eyeing her. I'll be checking out on her. No problem with that, on more. Xena can certainly be a little strange at times, or rather she has a rather specific personality, but you'll get used to her quickly. What do you mean by specific? Well, she's very sweet and kind and never leaves you in trouble. But she's also a little vulgar. Yeah, that's my kind of freaking gal. I don't know how to explain to you, but you'll see for yourself. Oh yeah, damn! Waifu got thicker? What is happening here? You know, thick thighs, comment down below, man. Dude, is this good? Is this good for you? You like thick thigh women? No, we're not talking about double extra large here, but we're talking about big muscles right here. Damn, you can crush my head beneath between those. Somebody is reversing right now outside in the neighborhood, and I'm getting mad. Who is doing this? They purposely are absolutely effing my recording, and I'm not really gonna do anything because it is a neighborhood. I low-key know some of the people here, so yeah. I don't know how to explain to you, but just see for yourself. She's a hottie. I nodded through Juno's explanation, puzzled me a little. Is she like you? Yeah, she's a Protogen like me. She was created a couple days later than me, that's why she's the younger sister. But she gets mad every time when I mention that. She laughed. I like this. Is this a good thumbnail? It's kind of cute. I like it. But we're too late because of this, and the anomaly destroys the planet you found. Don't worry, we have time. Just trust me, okay? I've got it all figured out. We have enough time for everything. I just sighed. All I could do was to trust her. And I trusted Juno completely no matter what. What the hell? What was that? That was like something flying in front of me. Oh, it's a mosquito. However, I couldn't ignore the uncomfortable possibility that in just a few days we might arrive to nothing more than cosmic dust and ruins. Okay, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, waifu. You got this. Juno answered me again with a smile. Even though I couldn't work out properly with a full stomach, I still wanted to do something useful, even if it's some simple strength training. Where are you going? I thought we could play something together. You almost beat me last time. Let's do it later, okay? I want to practice a little more. Start without me for now and I'll join you when I'm done. I like that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That's a smirky smile. Ah, damn. W game already. Okay, but hurry up because I want to play something else with you. Oh! Play something else, huh? What are we doing? What are we doing, huh? What kind of game is this, huh? Wrestling? A little bit of wrestling? VR wrestling? I don't know what I'm talking about. You know our favorite game? She winked at me. Oh! Oh, that's a sign. That's a sign. Alright. Or maybe not. Maybe she's just happy she's gonna whoop our ass in an actual game. Playing Tekken 16? What is this? As it turned out, there was a lot of free time in space. I still found it hard to imagine Juno traveling alone for so long before she met me. Comment down below. Would you like to do that? You can travel to space, planet to planet. It's like just going to a different planet, pretty much. Or going to a different country, or going to a different city, where you could just drive. But instead of driving on the road, you're driving throughout the vast oceans of space. Of course, you're gonna go to the mapped out stuff, but wouldn't it be cool? You know, you could just chillax, explore the world, the universe. Unless you have low resources and you're about to be stuck forever alone in space. That's scary. That's the scary part. But yeah. Okay, all she could do was talk to Pixie and play games to pass the time. W waifu over here. Someone's tricycle is just... My man, gotta check the engine, my man. The mere thought of what it would be like to be alone on the ship, even for a few days, terrified me. Not only because I still hadn't the faintest clue on how to keep the ship running, but also because being alone here would be unbearable for me. Might actually have to go to a place a couple of months now to change the oil, my man. I spent the next hour at the gym trying to make the most of the time I had. As soon as I was done and got back to our bedroom, we went straight to the game. Now the VR helmet wasn't something unknown or frightening to me. Oh my lord. That motorcycle right there sounds like it's about to cough up a lung. My god. Going back to the game, Juno explained to me how it worked, but I still couldn't understand it completely. I played a few rounds with Juno, each of which I won. Nah man, we're that good. That's not fair, you're just letting me win. Ain't surprised. What? No, of course not. How could you think that? Your skills just got better. That's the only reason. Yeah, sure, buddy. All 3 rounds in a row? Nothing strange at all. Come on, Breezy. Why don't you want to believe that you just got better at the game? Or maybe you just got lucky. I smiled, repaired Juno's helmet. She hugged me, crossed my stomach, pressing closer to my side. Aw, that's kinda... Nah, that's wholesome, man. It's not good to give in. I can't improve if you're not even trying. Ah, okay, I won't do it again. Man, she gotta be so fluffy, man. It's like hugging a cat or a fluffy cat or a fluffy dog, you know? That'd be nice. But you're really making progress. Sorry, I had to like check something. Especially considering the fact that their species never invented video games. Ooh, what a burn! They only had they don't even have indie games. That's crazy. Juno's words echoed with a faint pain somewhere in my chest. Yup, my species had never invented anything like it, and now they never would. Oh, damn. Damn, I'm sorry, Brizzy. I don't even want to upset you. Don't worry, it's okay. I shook those thoughts away, rolled over, hovering over Juno and kissing her neck. We spent the next few days traveling, and now we finally had the destination. It was so refreshing. I think I'll do like 4 to 5 minutes for this game. We've been drifting rather aimlessly in space for the last few months, just following the anomalies at random. Juno was working, trying to chart out the planet we need to go to, and I always felt like time was draining away like sand through my fingers. But now we finally knew where we were going, and I felt an unprecedented rush of motivation. In the last few hours before we arrived, I found myself aimlessly wandering around the ship. I was idling between the many compartments, pestering Juno with countless questions like a kid, asking how much longer we had to wait. When Pixie finally announced that we could enter the planet's atmosphere, I jumped to the jet ahead of Juno. Oh my god, this planet looks like Planet Namek, but it's yellow. It's piss yellow, man. I peered through the cockpit glass at the planet before me. Even from space, it was nothing like my home. It appeared as a dirty lump hanging in space, radiating with a murky yellow glow. Our jet descended through the grey, thick clouds which parted and finally revealed the mountains of junk everywhere. This is like Wall-E. My god, what the frick? It's like our planet 100 years from now, and we have to like colonize Mars and have advanced shit there, you know? From afar, they looked like huge sandhills reaching upward, and it was only when I got closer that I saw that it had nothing to do with mountains. Okay, what is this? What exactly happened to this planet? He's shocked with bewilderment. I stared at the window of the jet, trying to understand what I was seeing. Juno carefully landed the ship between 2 huge mountains. Pause. There are 2 huge mountains right in front of me. Hey! Take this. The air here is very toxic for a species. For Breezy, that's for sure. But for me, I played League, man. I played Valorant. I played Counter-Strike, CSGO, pretty much. I played a little bit Dota 2. I played the R6. Lots of competitive games where you're just drowning in salt. To the point that you need more water to not get kidney stones just from absorbing the toxicity of the game. Or rather the players, not the game actually. You know, the game is the cause, the players are one of the reasons why, you know, toxicity is just oozing everywhere. Is there a disaster that happened here too, man? Juno and I stood at the door of the jet. As I stepped into the planet's surface for the first time, I could smell the unpleasant metallic odor even through the filters of my helmet. I looked around. What I had been saying for mountains towered upward now looked like huge piles of metal garbage. Juno also looked around and reported, "Yep, this planet got much worse than I remembered." I opened my mouth in surprise. Has it always been like this? How could anyone ever live here? No, not always. It was once inhabited, but that species died long before we were born. They developed rapidly, made many discoveries, even learned to travel through space. Not far, of course, only to a neighboring planet, but it was a big accomplishment either way. Not many species in the universe have managed this. It takes hundreds of years of progress just to leave the surface. But what happened to them? Were they exterminated by something too? A sour grin appeared on Juno's helmet. Unfortunately, it's much more simpler than that. They Alt F4'd themselves. But not really Alt F4'd, more like friendly fire? Let's go, time to find Xena's workshop. Juno followed somewhere ahead past the mountains of trash. What do you mean exterminators themselves? What is this, Warhammer 40k? Helldivers 2? How did they even manage to do that, huh? This is actually a fate many intelligent species find themselves in. They reached the peak of their progress, invented weapons of MAD, and dragged themselves down in wars. The last war on this planet wiped out everything. Only a small handful of survivors were left, but after a few centuries, they disappeared. This planet was uninhabited for a long time, but it was so polluted after those wars that the galactic inhabitants started to use it as a dumping ground, a dump site. What a nightmare! How would someone do this to their own home planet? Why would anyone want to do that? Conflicts are inevitable in any species' history. Unless it's a species possessing collective mind, intelligent beings will always have different ideas on the same topic. It's just a matter of how extreme this difference is. If they fail to find a way to coexist, it's GG's. Moreover, when their technological progress reaches a certain level, said conflicts can have disastrous consequences. Some species overcome those trials and some don't, like in this planet's case. Would this really happen to my species as well? My man? It would. I just don't know it yet. It was hard for me to imagine such a development, as there had been no major wars on my planet except for the odd tribal feud. But even without detailed explanations, it was clear that the war that had happened here was unlike anything I'd known back home. Well, I think it was very unlikely to happen. Based on what I've heard from you, your species' mythology doesn't have much cruelty, so you were less likely to face something like that. Despite Juno's words, I still couldn't help but shudder. Okay, now I understand why it looks like this, but I don't understand why your sister lives here. Juno laughed. Good question. Like I said, Xenon's an engineer. Yeah, this is a good spot to test stuff when I think about it. If we can find a planet that we could land on and it's just nothing. Not like Mars, because that's kinda our backup plan right there. It'd be like Pluto, but it would be too cold, I think. It needs to be like somewhere just like Earth, but it's just trash. I'm sorry. Okay, going back to the game, and then she started making a good living by melting down scrap. Oh. What, is she a scav? What is this? Tarkov? Besides, it's pretty quiet and secluded, just what Xena needs. Or scrap, rather. Rust, actually. Rust, specifically. I would never agree to live in a place like this. Let's hope you won't have to. Let's meet Xena now. I heard after Juno we were approaching a small building at the foot of the garbage mountains. Though I was still a little confused after the story Juno had told me, those thoughts quickly gave way to new ones. This whole story made me think about my planet, and I realized again that I never got to introduce Juno to my parents. Sad emojis right there. The same thoughts that manifested in my dreams were slowly penetrating my mind again. It was still an open hole in my heart. All I could do was imagine how my parents would react if I brought an alien woman home as my lover. Well, W to the mans, you know, you brought a hot alien woman, mama? God damn, man, you got your Riz is out of this world. That's insane, you know? That's a big W right there. For all of humankind. What if you were chosen as a representative to go to be a peace talk, you know, to an alien planet or multiple alien planets? You'll be like the ambassador of Earth. Would you take the W and get an alien waifu? I don't know. I wanted to believe that my parents would react positively, support us, and love Juno once they got to know her better, but I couldn't know for sure. And now I had to meet Juno's little sister. Even though they weren't related by blood, since they had both been created artificially, Juno still regarded her as family. And in fact, our meeting was my introduction to her family. Aww. W game right here, everyone. I was nervous as I approached Xena's house with Juno. Stupid thoughts continued popping up in my head. What if Xena didn't like me? I was a different species from a not-so-advanced planet. Of course, I knew Juno wouldn't leave me if Xena didn't approve our relations, but I still didn't want to cause conflict between them. Meeting the fam, you got a lot in your mind. I get it. I just hope I could leave a good first impression on her. We approached a large metal building that stood near a mountain of metal scrap. I'd never seen anything like it. There was no metal buildings on my planet, and so I stared in awe at the structure. Juno came to the entrance and opened the door, letting me in. It was a spacious room that had a strong smell of metal. There were various devices scattered around, most of which I don't recognize. Metal parts were also lying around in different places. Alright everybody, I'm gonna end this video right here. Editor, censor her. That's a spoiler right there. Censor her for the next video. Yep. God damn. Holy moly, boly, mom spaghetti. That's the sister. God damn. Woo, 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 woo. We eyeing on her, man. We eyeing on her. Alright, I'm gonna end this video right here. Comment down below if you liked it. You know, or just subscribe or comment or like. I don't know, go whatever, man. You got this. You got this. Hopefully you have sweet dreams right now, right today, tonight, or a nice day if it's in the morning. I don't know what time will be watching this, but I'll be seeing the next episode. See ya. Good luck.